Good morning, readers and writers. I have a special surprise for you today. The narrator of the Gecko Without an Echo children's book is here to speak with us today. So without further ado, April Doty.
Hello, I'm April Doty. I'm an audiobook narrator, and I'm here to talk today about an audiobook I narrated recently called The Gecko Without an Echo. As you can probably guess, this is a children's book. It's about a gecko who loses his ability to hear himself. But more than that, it's about the friendship between a gecko and a squirrel. I was really excited to narrate this book. I love children's books. I love the opportunity to find quirky character voices that will make the eyes of a child sparkle. And my nephew, Sullivan, loves geckos. So I imagined that he would really enjoy this book. And so when I was voicing the gecko, I thought about Sullivan. So here's a little bit of the gecko.
Who ever heard of a gecko with no echo? It's supposed to follow you wherever you go. I've called hello from high to low and called out every language I know. There's hola, bonjour, and guten tag too. I do not know what else to do.
So the story goes that one day, suddenly, the gecko can no longer hear his own voice echoing back at him. And I remember being a child and hearing the magical sound of my own voice echoing back, and how powerful that felt to hear yourself and to know that you are heard by others. So Earl's really panicked that he suddenly can't hear his echo. And his friend Tim, the squirrel, tries to help him recover his echo. So I'm not going to tell you what happens in the story. You'll have to have a listen on your favorite audiobook platform. But I will say that the lesson that it leaves children with is that they shouldn't be afraid to speak, that they are heard, even when they think they're not. And I think this is an important message, not just for children, but for all of us to know that if we do just speak out, we are heard. There's always someone there for us. There's always a friend. So I like this book's message. But I love narrating children's books in general because reading has always been important to me. My mother used to take us to the library and buy us piles of books and fill the car with books. I really felt like I was robbing the library. And we'd take them all home and stack them up on the bed, me and my two sisters, Kim and Laura. And we'd all cuddle and gather around my mother, and she would read us books for hours and hours. And she would make up voices. And I love the predictability when I knew a story and I could listen to it again and again and I knew what was coming. And that's such a comfort. I really hope that The Gecko Without an Echo does that for other children. I hope that all the children who listen to this book get to the very end and just want to listen to it again. Because that's what I wanted when I was little. When my mother got to that final page and read the end, I just said again. We all said again. Turn back to the first page, start again. So I hope that's what all children who listen to this book want. When they get to the end, they put on their headphones and they listen again.
Who ever heard of a gecko with no echo?